So can I start? Okay. Here you can see the global world maps graph. So we started off in the year 2001 and it was on June 15th. So at that time, you can see the daily new cases were 376,580. And then we continued it for about till the month of October. And when we stopped in October, you can see it was 4,011. And then our effect of Diksha continued for some more months, like until December. And when it came, you can see a big spike at the month of January 2022. So at that time, the highest number of cases was 3,720,711. So then after that, we had a G, and in the month of January itself, we had to soft launch the uh, blessing again. And then in the month of February, we had to intensify it. Like, especially if you check the date to be precise, it was on February 7th. So at that time, the daily new cases were 2,553,569, and then slowly started reducing. There's a dip in the graph. If you'd like to see, you can see the close look on the graph. So this is where we started. I mean, this is where we did a big, we had a big spike at the time in the January. And then February 7th, we started our world blessing again. And then it started reducing. This is for the global part. And it's the same with the other parts. That is, if you would like to see, this is for the US. So for US, this is the whole map of US. That is a whole graph of the US. So then you can see in the month of June 2021, this was the value. That was 11,872. And then we did the blessing and we stopped somewhere in October. Again, you can see in January there was a spike. At that time it was 869,415. And then when we started blessing again, you can see the trends, it's reducing. The curve started going down. And if you would like to see a close look to, in the US itself, you can see that there is a very good change in some of the states which we focused on, especially on Georgia and New York. So in Georgia, I noticed on that day there were days when there was zero number of cases. Certain days where we had, after, see if you check here, uh, after we intensified, there were zero cases here, like February 11th, 13th, and then February 19th, and all. See the curve, the trend of the curve started really, really reducing from where we started. This was a spike at this year. This was the highest number of cases recorded. And then it started reducing when we intensified the blessing. It's the same for New York as well. New York, I don't think we had zero number of cases, but still you can see a very good change in the number. So let's move on to New York. So in New York, again, we started off the same dates, July 15. At that time, it was 929. And then we continued it on till September. After that, again, in the month of January, even in New York, you can see a spike, and then it started reducing when we started the world blessing again. See, look at the trend. It's really, really going down from where it started and where it's going. So this is of US. And I would like to show you about India as well. So India also, this was a curve. When we started off in India, it was a little high in the year 2021. It was 62,224. And then when we continued blessing, it started reducing. And till October, we did it. And then again, for unfortunate and unforeseen reasons, we had to stop it. And then again, you can see in the month of January, it started increasing. There was a great spike. And then again, when we intensified the world blessing, and then it started reducing after February 7th. You can see it started really reducing. You look at the curve. So this itself shows how strong our blessings are, world blessing. Everywhere it's making actually a great effect, not only US, but all over the world. When you saw the world maps graph also, you see that this change. So it's not just one place, but everywhere we are able to get the change. So I mean, on right now, whatever you saw was Synarchy's World Blessings result, and this is the results that we have. We have all the evidence for it. We started recording it from the day we started our world blessing. So you can see the change when we did the blessings, Synarchy's world blessings, and when we stopped it. And we are doing this daily world blessing program. And now we are doing it night time at 9:30 p.m. So here is a graph of world map. After we started our Synarchy's daily world blessing, this is a change that you just saw. And I would like to also share my personal experience. That is, at the time, at the peak time, especially in the month of January of year 2022, since after we stopped the world blessing, we could see the change, that is a spike. At that particular time, I was personally affected. I mean, my family. My husband got affected by COVID, and then that's when we had to intensify our daily Synarchy's daily world blessing program. And then again, I started noticing that there is a great change when we started doing the Synarchy's world blessing again. So that's when we realized that this is really having, especially me, because I'm the one who was taking the daily record and everything. So that's when we started understanding, the importance of our daily blessing. So, and that is also creating an impact all over the world. So, and even though my husband was affected by COVID, I was not actually affected. My son was also safe. I was also safe by the divine's grace. And then we started continuing our world blessing program. Every single day, we are doing our World Blessing Program, Synarchy's World Blessing Program. So I would like every one of you to be a part of this World Blessing Program because it is really creating a lot of change. Thank you. Namaste.